Someone told me recently that they had tried everything: better sleep, morning walks, cutting sugar, cold showers, supplements, fasting. They were doing 10, maybe 15 healthy aging tips at once, and they still felt exhausted, stiff, and older than they should. Sound familiar? Here's the truth nobody is saying out loud. Most healthy aging advice is noise. After going through over 1,000 tips from medical journals, longevity researchers, and decades of real population studies, only 6 actually survive the filter. Not trends, not theories, only the ones that showed up consistently in the data across multiple studies with real results in real people. And the last one on this list is the one researchers are now calling one of the strongest predictors of how well you age. Most people have never even heard of it. Here's what makes this different from every other list you have seen. Most aging tips target one thing: your heart, your weight, your sleep. But aging is not one process. It is dozens of processes happening simultaneously inside your muscles, your brain, your hormones, and your cells. The 6 habits you're about to learn each influence multiple systems at the same time. That is what separates them from everything else, and none of them are extreme. None require perfection. What they require is repetition, because your body does not respond to what you do once, it responds to what you repeat. The first one shocks most people because it has nothing to do with cardio, diet, or stress. It is muscle, not building it for looks, preserving it to survive. After 50, adults lose 3 to 8% of their muscle mass every decade. And when muscle declines, everything declines with it. Your metabolism slows, your insulin sensitivity drops, your balance weakens, your bones become more fragile. Researchers now use a term called muscle poverty to describe people whose muscle loss has crossed a threshold where daily function starts to break down. Getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, recovering from illness, all of it becomes harder. The fix is not complicated. Resistance movement 2 to 3 times per week, not heavy lifting, not a gym membership. Body weight exercises, resistance bands, carrying groceries with intention. The signal your muscles need is simple: use them or lose them. And the research is clear. People who maintain muscle mass into their 70s and 80s do not just look stronger. They live longer, recover faster, and stay independent far longer than those who do not. If this video is already giving you something real, something you have not heard explained this way before, consider subscribing. Not because of a number, because this channel exists to give you the kind of health information that actually changes something. And what is coming next in this list gets even more specific. The second one is something your doctor probably mentioned and you probably half ignored: sleep. But not in the way you think. Most people treat sleep as rest. Science now treats it as maintenance. While you sleep, your brain activates a system called the glymphatic system. Think of it as a cleaning crew that only comes in at night. It flushes out toxic proteins that accumulate in your brain during the day, including the ones directly linked to Alzheimer's disease. When you sleep fewer than 6 hours consistently, that cleaning crew never finishes its job. The proteins build up, inflammation rises, memory sharpens less, mood destabilizes, reaction time slows. And here's what makes this dangerous. Most people with poor sleep quality do not feel tired, they feel normal. They have adapted to a lower baseline. They do not realize how sharp they could feel until they fix it. 7 to 9 hours is not a luxury. It is biological maintenance, and the quality matters as much as the quantity. A cool, dark room, no screens for 30 minutes before bed, and consistent wake times even on weekends. These are not lifestyle preferences. They are instructions your biology responds to. The third one is where most people get completely lost, because they have been told 2 completely opposite things and they do not know who to believe. Protein, specifically whether eating more of it after 50 is good or harmful. Here's what the research actually says. Your body becomes less efficient at using protein as you age. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. It means you need more protein to get the same muscle building signal you would have gotten from less protein at 30. Most older adults are eating far below what their body actually needs to maintain muscle, repair tissue, and support immune function. The practical target, supported by multiple studies, is around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. Eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, legumes, lean meats. These are not diet foods, they are maintenance tools, and the timing matters too. Spreading protein across meals rather than loading it all at dinner allows your body to use it more efficiently throughout the day. This one shift alone, simply eating enough protein consistently, has been shown in clinical trials to slow muscle loss, improve body composition, and support metabolic health in people over 50. The fourth one will feel uncomfortable because it requires you to look at something most people avoid. Chronic stress, not the kind that comes from a bad day, the kind that lives in the background, low level, constant, almost invisible. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, is designed for short emergencies. When it stays elevated for weeks or months, it begins to break down muscle tissue, promote fat storage around the abdomen, disrupt sleep architecture, raise blood pressure, suppress immune function, and accelerate cellular aging at the DNA level. Researchers measuring something called telomere length, which is one of the most accurate biological markers of aging, consistently find that people with chronically high stress have shorter telomeres, meaning their cells are biologically older than their birth age suggests. The antidote is not a vacation. It is a daily practice that trains your nervous system to recover. Walking in nature, slow breathing exercises, reducing decision overload. These are not soft suggestions. They are physiological interventions. Each one measurably lowers cortisol, reduces inflammation, and slows the biological clock in ways that show up in blood work. The fifth one is something most people are doing every day without realizing how much it is costing them. Sitting. The human body was not designed for chairs. It was designed for movement spread across an entire day. But modern life has compressed all movement into one block, maybe 30 minutes of exercise in the morning, and then 8 to 10 hours of stillness. Here's the problem with that. Research from the American Journal of Epidemiology found that people who sit for more than 6 hours a day have significantly higher mortality rates even if they exercise regularly. Exercise does not cancel sitting. Movement has to be woven through the day, not concentrated into one slot. Every 30 to 60 minutes of stillness, a 2 to 3 minute movement break changes your metabolic response completely. It reactivates circulation, it stabilizes blood sugar, it reduces the stiffness that leads to chronic pain. Standing, walking to another room, doing a few body weight movements. These micro breaks are not productivity killers. They are the difference between a body that is slowly deteriorating and one that is staying functional. And now the sixth one, the one that almost never appears on these lists, the one researchers are increasingly pointing to as one of the most powerful predictors of how well and how long you age. It is not a food, it is not an exercise, it is social connection. Multiple large-scale studies, including one of the longest-running human studies ever conducted at Harvard, found that the quality of your relationships is a stronger predictor of health and longevity than cholesterol levels, weight, or even smoking habits. Isolation does not just feel bad, it triggers the same stress pathways as physical danger. It elevates cortisol, it increases inflammation, it disrupts sleep, it accelerates cognitive decline. People who feel genuinely connected to others, who have relationships with depth and not just surface contact, live measurably longer, recover faster from illness, experience less cognitive decline, and report significantly higher quality of life into old age. This is not about being social in the performative sense. It is about having people in your life who know you, conversations with depth, relationships with history. Even one or two of those connections changes your biology in ways that no supplement can replicate. So here's what you now know that most people do not. The 1,000 tips collapse into 6. Preserve your muscle, protect your sleep, eat enough protein, manage chronic stress, break up your sitting, and invest in real human connection. None of these are quick fixes. All of them are signals, and your body becomes what you repeatedly signal it to be. The question is not whether these work. The science is settled. The question is which one you are going to start with today. Pick one, just one. Commit to it for 2 weeks and pay attention to what changes, because the people who age well are not the ones who did everything perfectly. They're the ones who kept showing up for the habits that actually matter